Hello. Welcome to my channel. I'm gonna go ahead and get into our recent budget week, May 24th through today, May 30th, which is Thursday. So we are very behind on this week. If you are new here, I usually try to do Fridays and Mondays for posting, but this weekend we had family in town, so I was not gonna be able to record, let alone like sit down and do my budget how I want. So that didn't happen, so we're doing it today. I did do a quick check-in, I think on Tuesday, but today, so I haven't updated any of our main accounts on the expense tracker, but that's fine because we'll probably do this again tomorrow or Saturday. So that's okay. So let's get into this week's budget. So this week was, okay. So this week consisted of weekend money, which is $150, gas for our cars, it's $120, and this is per week. Our Target credit card is budgeted at $100, school lunches is $60, groceries and eating out for the house, technically 7 days, is $300. My toddler's daycare is weekly $135, our home internet is $100, our electric is always budgeted at $200, and we have an on-point card that I budget at $100. I also do pay my homeschooler to help me babysit or help me with my baby. So he gets $60 a week. So that gives us a total of $13.25 of bills. Then I write my little trackers here, gas, weekend, and food, because those are the main categories, I guess, that I track. Right here, gas, weekend, food. And then I kind of do math breakdown over here. So I just do our income minus our bills, and this is what's left over. This was, I guess, the everything, because then my husband got paid $16.64, which is a little less than his normal paychecks, but it's less because on the 24th, I think because he was here the week before and missed a day or two, I'm not sure, but that's less. So I did that math here. I didn't update the bills. So it says we have $3.99 left over. The minus 60. This is $3.39. And then I just did this minus 85. Just to see how much money we actually had left over. So it's $254. Okay, so I did write my expense trackers here, but they're not updated as of today, kind of, I guess. Let's go into the rollover. So I do budgeting a little different. So when I write down my expense trackings, I write how much money we have in our account, because I don't have sinking funds yet to split money up and categorize it or save it where it's supposed to be saved, so it's all in just one account. So I do. Oh, my dog is outside and is barking at something. Okay, he's at the door now. Okay, so then I do a breakdown over here of what money is in our account and what it's for, and then that way I get the actual leftover amount. So I think this was as of Tuesday, 5/28. Yeah, Tuesday. So we had $11,873 in our account, but $1,265 is going to this week's bills. I have a $500 buffer in there. These that are highlighted are the ones that I think need to be switched over to sinking funds. So yeah, the yellow highlighted ones are the ones that need to go into sinking fund accounts. This one is my son's center money that I owe him. Let's just go through it. So $500 buffer, $1,200 for June's mortgage, and so this needs to go into a separate account so it doesn't get mixed. I have $350 for May events. So this is like birthdays, holidays, like just stuff like that. So I have $350. My mother-in-law came in this weekend. We had some dinners. What else did we do? Not much, just dinners, shopping trips. So I took out $50. So we have $300 for the other May events that I need to get to. We have this $4,000 for our car fund. If you haven't watched my previous video, and I guess I don't need to link it, but I had talked about before how my teen driver totaled one of our cars, and so my husband gets a new car, and so luckily we had money that was going towards credit card payments, but I'm okay with the slower living. What I mean by that is I feel like we will always have debt, and we will always have a plan to, like, very minimum pay the minimums, and then, you know, pay more than that, and then pay it off. So we always have a plan for debt, even though sometimes we're living in it. That to me is okay. But yeah, we can get into that some other time. But he has $4,000 for his new car fund. I did set aside $500 for this weekend. So I have to categorize all of those spendings to this budget. I have $700 to set aside for Father's Day weekend because we are grilling for sure. So my husband, I know, needs to buy cleaning stuff for the grill. Meat to grill, I know is expensive. We usually spend like, well, there's a lot less of us, so maybe like $100 worth of meat, maybe less. But we'll see. And then any outing, or if he decides to buy himself something or anything, we have that $700. We are taking a trip back home to Oregon in July, so I've set aside $1,000 for that. The trip is going to be right around $3,000, I think, and we are staying with my mother-in-law, so that is a big relief that we don't have to pay a hotel or Airbnb. And then again, the sitter money, which I am going to give to him, but I did want to do like a little budgeting mini course with him, because he is my middle child, and so anytime there's money in his hands, it's like half a millisecond later there's no more money. So I just wanted to go over budgeting and savings goals and just introduce that to him, and see what he thinks or what we can come up with to do with his money. I also have $1,100 for my sinking funds, and I think this is all I need for 1 week. I'm putting the money as sinking funds, but I might just use it towards something else, because currently all of our sinking fund stuff pretty much goes on a credit card. So I'm stuck between, should I save the money, because then that means I have to cut cash somewhere else maybe, and then pay off the sinking funds from the month before, or do I just, I don't know, I just always get lost with sinking funds. And then we do live in a joy community, which I am so late paying this. I should actually just pay it right now. But I think the HOA is 200 and something, but I budgeted 300. So this is saying we have a leftover of $408, which is probably gonna go towards a credit card payment. But I will chit chat with my husband about this number, and then we'll agree. We'll agree to what we want it to go to. Okay, so that is the rollover, or the money balance, account balance breakdown. I am going to try SoFi for these savings accounts. If I figure out how to add all of that info in, I will do that. So, okay. And so now these expense trackings, I've already, maybe I should find my green pen, but I've already listed some of these away. There are some that I just didn't know. So like, I have this Walmart and this Walmart, and these 2 Walmart purchases, which if I look at the dates, it's like 22, 23, and probably like 27, 26. Just seems like a lot of Walmart purchases in 1 week. Oh, you guys can't see that one. It just seems like a lot of Walmart purchases, these green ones, in 1 week. But I can't find these receipts, so I must have already scanned them and thrown them away. So I didn't budget those because I don't know what they were. I'm sure that it was a mixture of food, but I did buy a bunch of baby stuff as well, and snacks that go in different categories. So it happened, it passed, it's fine. These numbers are just 2 savings accounts that I have wrapped up to our main account. So I just write down the accounts because I think we have auto saving to one. And then, so just the balances fluctuate. Sometimes it's not a lot. It's $458, and the other one has $200, which I should probably just wrap that all up and put it in the car fund over here, or the July trip, really. We're going back home for my work I have a work thing that I wanted to go to. But we were planning to probably meet up friends afterwards, so they're spending there. We'll be there Thursday night. So it's just going to be full of spending. So maybe this $600 will go to July trip. I'm not sure yet, but we will chit chat about it. Yeah, because even though I do the budget, and I kind of give my husband cliff notes of it, I still talk to him about decision making with money and bills and stuff, and he's normally fine with anything that I do with it, but I just like to get his input. And sometimes he just tells me whatever I think is best. So yeah, your partner can help you within their realm. I'll just put it that way. Okay, so this is maybe it's fine. So this is my husband's card, and so when he is home for the weekends, we do tend to use his card the most for expenditures, expenses. So I don't know. Well, that's fine. I didn't want to show this side, but it's fine if you're reading it. Okay, so let's transfer some of these over. Let me get my green pen just because I was already working with this. So Netflix came out, I think. This is my magnet ball. There's one big magnet and a bunch of office stuff. Not by choice, this is just the mom life. Okay. Let's put this here so it's easier to flip back and forth. Okay, so Netflix did come out, but Netflix was last week. Okay. sinking fund, it would come out of there. So maybe I'll just take it out of the 1100 that I have. This irritates me because I don't have categories set up. I don't have the sinking fund, so I don't know the money to pull. And then, so something like this will just stay on the card as a balance, and it just never gets really tackled or dealt with. And then the balance just gets crazier and crazier. So I need to really sit down and go through that. Sitting down and going through things is a little difficult right now. 22, 24, 84. Yes, that's really high, but there's 4, 5, 6 of us that eat. And yeah, so 6 meals, 2 appetizers, and then 4 drinks, like alcoholic drinks. Alcohol drinks, whatever. But yeah, so that was a lot there. But like I said, my husband and my mother-in-law were here this weekend. So spending is going to be a little crazy. $48.17 is what we spent at Build-A-Bear. My daughter got a little monkey. Sure what that is. I think, yeah, I'll have to ask. This was brunch, $104.79. There is a frozen margarita drive-through, 63.43. Yeah, there's a frozen margarita drive-through close to our home. And I've never been. Obviously I was pregnant and then had a newborn by myself. So yeah, now that my mother-in-law was here, I was all like, let's go get some margaritas. So that was our first try, and I think we got, like, they sell you by the cup, and then it's like different jug ounces. So I think we got like 2 bigger jugs and then 1 smaller one, and that lasted us all that Sunday. I think it was Sunday or Saturday evening. It was nice and the weather was nice, so that's what we ended up doing a little bit during the weekend. So weekend 60-46. The boys got some wings. I'm not sure what this is from. This McDonald's, I'm not sure either. And this deli purchase, I'm not sure either. And then I think all of these are for sure when he's been back. work. So I think so far everything that I can put in a category has been. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not gonna close up the gas. Well, I guess we still have, no. Okay, I'm gonna close up gas. So it's 120 and we only had, I'm just gonna do 79 since going back to a credit card. And so gas 79. Last weekend, we ended up spending $664.24. That is so much, but it is going to be that cheesecake, it's going to be that brunch, it's going to be margaritas, tacos, wings, McDonald's. All of those purchases are over $50, so that's crazy. But since most of this, 2, 3, 4, yeah, this is like a $500 of weekend spends. So my mother-in-law weekend fund will go towards this. Yeah. So if we do the 500 plus the 150 that we have for the weekend anyways is 650. So we're only negative $14, which is good. But if I didn't budget that weekend money for the trip, yeah, that would have just came all out of our rollover money. Okay, and then today is the 30th, so we haven't bought anything yet. Yesterday I did do a Walmart order for dinner, and that's all we had. Today I will probably put another Walmart order. And we might go do some errands today, so it means some spending. And then tomorrow, Friday, I'm hoping to maybe eat out and hit up a local park, but we'll see what we do there. Okay, so now let's see. So a couple of things are already closed up. Okay, I'm gonna wait to close up our food category. So then that way I can make all of the breakdowns of how much each card I have to pay back. Maybe, I think for sure I'll make a little extra side video of that breakdown, just because it does take a little bit of time, and it is part of my routine, but I don't want it to be a part of my online budgeting routine with you guys, just because it takes a little bit and it can get complicated. So I'll put in a mini video of that breakdown and how I do that, because I have always budgeted and kind of kept track of our expenses, but after that, like paying the cards back or saving money or anything like that, I tend to make notes and think about it, but I don't actually execute. So that's what I'm going to be working on, is really breaking it down and then making the payments back and tracking all of that info. Because yeah, when I don't track and I don't actually do the actions, that's when we get in trouble and have a card that has a big balance. So yeah, weekend is closed up, gas is closed up. This Target and lunch money, since we didn't use it, I think I'm gonna save it towards our monthly car payment. It would have rolled over to credit card payments, but we're allowing $500 a month to pay for a new car. So that's what that is. Food, I will close up tomorrow. Electric, I will actually close up today. I just need to log on to my account and see what that is. And then this on point money is also being rolled into our car fund. So I might just leave it as these categories, or I might change it. This is what I do if a bill has dropped off and we're no longer paying it. I will keep that in the budget, just either as a buffer or money to be spent somewhere else. But maybe I'll like rename them, like car 1, 2, 3, or car payment 1, 2, 3. But yeah, I think I feel nice and organized. So that is this week's budget. I will definitely be setting it up this coming, so we're starting June. And yeah, so May was our little preview of trying to reset, reorganized, and just do all of the things. May didn't really work out how we wanted to, but that's fine, since we'll be getting into June, and we'll just start that process all over again. Yeah, if you were reading this or didn't read it, these are just my, what is this? Oh, okay. House projects. So that's going to be another singing fun, because we are going to probably start these in June time. So I have a backyard project that I'd like to do, and I have, it's a front living room entrance that we might be turning into a closed off office, because the office that I'm in currently is our guest bedroom, and so when we have visitors, it's hard to move my office out of here so I can work. So yeah, so those are those two things, and it obviously is tied into money, so I put it in here. I have a little budget going. I think our backyard, well yeah, we want to cement the patio, there's some new pergolas, and then just setting up for the girls and the dogs. But that is going to be an ongoing thing. But yeah, I think house projects or anything that is also including money, I think I'm going to make a mini series and tie it into my budgeting, because it's nice to see the budget and the numbers and how you did, but I think it's also nice to see where, like, what your goals are, where your money is actually going, and then maybe getting a little glimpse of the ended project, of the finished project. So that's what I'm hoping. I have a lot of hopes for all these things to show you, but it's just getting it out and recording it and getting it out. So anyways, I think that's it for this week. I will try to have this next week posted by Saturday, the 1st. So everybody have a good end of your week. Have a great weekend and do your budget if you haven't. Don't ever feel down that you failed last week, you failed last month, or you didn't budget and you haven't been budgeting for weeks, for months. It's fine. Start from today and go forward and just try your best. Not only to stick to your budget, but just try your best to be consistent with yourself. Some of my commenters have said it doesn't really matter about posting the video as long as you're actually doing the budgeting. And yeah, that's just what it is. And if you're not sharing online, then, find a favorite budgeter, watch them for inspiration, and then get inspired to do your own budget. I do that a lot. I have to record in the mornings normally, so I don't have the energy or excitement to talk about budget and numbers and money. So I will sit here and watch YouTube on my screens. I have my screens right there. And yeah, maybe I'll list a couple of my favorite go-to YouTubers. That way you can get some inspiration if you need that. All right, guys, I will see you on Saturday, probably, hopefully.